FlossTube. My name is Sarah. I'm from Memphis, and this is my channel about cross stitch. Today is Sunday, February the 25th, and this is going to be FlossTube number 23 for me today. So, 23 in 2023. This is my first FlossTube of the year, so I know, whoa, that's really late. All of January is gone. Basically, all of February is gone because it's March on Wednesday. So yeah, a lot's been going on. Whoops, I got piles over here. You're gonna notice I'm not in my regular stitchy room coming to you today. I am coming to you from my stitchy spot because, to be honest, my stitchy room's giving me the creeps right now. It just feels a little creepy in there. My son's TV went out, and so we moved the TV out from my stitchy room to my son's room until I go get another TV. I did try to buy a TV this week, but Target was out of stock, so that didn't work. So it's just kind of really super quiet in there, and I always like to have the TV on for company. Plus, it's cold in there right now. I don't know. It's just not cozy. So I thought I would come to you from my stitchy spot this evening as we wrap up a wonderful week and just get this floss tube out there and let y'all know what I've been up to. This weekend, starting last Thursday, was the Common Threaded Stitcher weekend, which I am so happy to be a part of that team. That's been a really fun community-wide event. If you missed it, just go on Instagram, follow hashtag Common Threaded Stitcher, and you'll see what everybody's been up to. You'll have plenty to catch up on, find new people to follow, hear about what's going on, what's exciting. People are getting excited for market. Lots of fun things showing like what people's wish list is for market, just all the fun usual stuff. So go check that out when you get a chance if you're interested. Market's like this coming week, so I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna be heading up to, let me rewind. Some of you all may not know what market is. So market is like the cross stitch community's annual trade show, for lack of better terms. So market is located annually, like the beginning of March, up in Franklin, Tennessee. It's held in an Embassy Suites. Bunch of designers and makers go, and then shops put in pre-orders and come and do shopping, like cash and carry shopping, and also put in other orders from the stores. And so anyway, a lot of releases from designers and makers, like fabric dyers and things like that, come out this time of year. So that's exciting. This will be my second year I'm going to be attending market. I am helping my friend Leann of Forbidden Fiber Co. Leann is local to me. I'm going to be heading up there with my other friend Zan. She's a floss tuber, Crazy Band Lady Stitches, and we're just gonna have a good girls weekend and do lots of work and see lots of people and get some stuff done. So I'm really excited to be up there again. I get to see some of my friends that I haven't seen in several months. I'm super excited to see Colleen of Rebel Stitcher Designs. This is going to be her first market. She has a lot of good releases out. Go check Rebel Stitcher Designs out if you get a chance. So I'm super, super excited to get to see Colleen when we get there. And just several other good friends are going to be there. So yay for that. So that means I have a short work week, which is odd and a blessing. One of the reasons why I haven't come to you on FlossTube is because I have been working a tremendous amount of hours, and so yeah, that's been my life the last couple months. Everything's going good around here. Just super busy. Not a lot of time to record, especially when I'm just working overtime every week, and the weekends are reserved for like trying to get stuff done around the house and see my grandson and my kids and just, do all the family stuff. So, however, I have been stitching. I started the year with the plan to be involved with the Whip Warriors Facebook group. I explained that on like my second to last video of the year. And basically what the idea is that I finished some stuff this year because y'all, I did my stats. Wow. I looked back last year. So last year, I don't know how many whips I started the year with last year. Okay. But I do know that last year I had 62 new starts. For a person that doesn't like to start things, which I physically do not enjoy starting things. I don't enjoy picking out the fabric. I don't enjoy kitting up. I don't like to find my middle, and I just like to stitch, right? That is a huge amount. 62 new starts. I finished 20, I had 23 finishes last year, and I stitched, hold on a minute, I wrote this down. Out of all the days in the whole year, I stitched 329 of them. So I stitched a lot last year. So this year we are not going to have 62 new starts. I don't want you to think it's going to get boring around here because I'm not going to be starting new things every 5 minutes, but I found out that I really like to start things with my friends. And actually last year I can't really think of anything that I started that like, oh, I only started it because of my friends, because I already kind of wanted to start it. I may have done that in the past, but nah, I'm getting a little bit more like, okay, I want to make sure that I really want to be stitching it, even though my friends want to stitch it too. So anyway, side note. So 62 new starts last year. That's not happening this year, you all. I am getting some things finished. I started off January with a bang, y'all. I had 5 finishes in January because I'm also sort of trying to get to 40 finishes this year. Julie, Kansas City girl in the Colorado world, we all kind of discussed, and like 40 is her goal, and so we kind of adopted her goal too. And usually I'm in the low 20s for finishes, so that means I would double my finishes, which that's a lot. I sat and looked at like all of my whips that were like even close, and 40 is gonna be a stretch for me because I think I could probably get like maybe 30 done, but that last 10, those are some big projects. So I don't know if I'm going to make it to 40 finishes this year or not, but I would love to. I have had a reduction in my available stitching time, particularly in February, more than in January, because like I said, I finished 5 things in January. February, I knew I was going to be stitching less because I knew I was working overtime like every single week. And I also had decided that I really wanted to try to get caught up on my stitch alongs because I was like significantly behind on my stitch alongs. So I'm going to go over all that stuff with you in just a minute, but that's pretty much where everything stands. Whip Warrior is going good. It is almost 2 months in and I have not started a single new thing. Now, I have definitely wanted to. Okay, like Candy, the 614 stitcher in January, she had a thing with like the Meridian designs where everybody was starting the bikinis. I have the cutest Meridian designs bikini. It's like the bacon and eggs one. I wish I brought it out here to show y'all. I forgot to. But I'm just saying, like, it was so hard for me not to start that one. Also, the GaRon Stitchery, Gary and Ronnie, they are doing the GaRon Designer Focus again this year. And on one of their FlossTubes, they have a listing of like what the monthly designer is. What I think I'm gonna do, because I'm not gonna start a new whip. Like if one of their designers is the designer for the month that I already have a whip with, I'll stitch on it. Otherwise, I'm probably just gonna share with you all like the charts that I have from that designer. February's designer was Puttini, and I don't have any whips or charts from Puttini. January was the Blue Flower. I do have a lot of charts, but again, I didn't pull those right now. So I'll get caught up in a future episode. I am not sure who's coming up in March though. I have not looked at that yet. I need to. March, what I'm thinking about for March is just more of the same. I'm going to try to get caught up on my stitch alongs. I'm going to a retreat at the end of March. I'm going to the Steel City Stitchers retreat up in Pittsburgh. I am super, super excited about that. Oh, sorry. This is just determined to slide off over here. And so I'm super excited about that. So what I'm going to work on in March until then is I have one piece that I want to get kind of outlined so that I can just do fill-in at the retreat. And then I have in April, the Black Needle Society. I'm going to be attending their digital retreat, Spring in Stars Hollow, and so I really need to finish this portion of that chart. I'll show you in a little bit. So those are kind of going to be my focuses for March, with thrown in with still trying to work on catching up on my stitch alongs. Slow but steady process, but like this Dark Queen of the Earth stitch along I'm doing, there's like thousands of stitches each release. So it's a process. So let's just jump right into the stitching now that I've kind of caught you up on where and what is going on. I also want to say welcome. I have some new subscribers since the beginning of the end of the year when I posted my whip parade. So welcome to all the new people to the channel, and then hi, welcome back to all of you wonderful people that have stuck with me all this time. You're amazing. So let's just start, and I'm going to show you. Oh crud, I cannot believe I left that in the other room. Okay, so I have an FFO, and it is my Peter Pan by RATM, and it's framed. And I'll show it to y'all next time because it's in my stitchy room. So let's just talk about my my finishes. The 5 finishes from January. I'm going to show them to y'all. And some of these are some old finishes. Let's start with this first one here. This one is A Christmas Carol, and this is by the Stitching Book Club. The Stitching Book Club, you can find them on Instagram, and what she did is she would release a piece related to a book, and you could read along, and anyway, it's really fun. She's done several of these. This Christmas Carol piece was supposed to be bigger than this. It had a border, and it said A Christmas Carol and all this writing around it, but I just ended up liking it right here. And so I'm going to have this, or I'm either going to have this, or I'm going to make this into an ornament. I love it. It's stitched on a 28 count Havisham by Picture This Plus. Havisham was a market release, I believe, in 2020 by Picture This Plus. Picture This Plus fabric is pretty hard to get right now, but I adore this fabric. You can't really see it, but it's got like some like lavender and some yellow modeling in it. It's really pretty, but yeah, there we are. I think this will make a really pretty ornament for a Christmas tree. It's got a lot of French knots in it. Some of them are good, some of them are junky. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to tackle that yet, but yeah. So that was finish number 1. That was a very old whip. My next finish, I actually started like right at the end of the year. Oh, let me just go back and say, you know, I was planning to do the whole 12 by 12, the New Year's Eve thing that Kea Bee and Pam of Just Keep Stitching, they host on New Year's Eve. It's really fun. You like start a new project or work on a whip or something like every hour from like noon to midnight. So I had fully anticipated on joining in on that. And so, but I had hand surgery in December, and my hand just was not up to 12 hours of stitching. So what I did was I started some new things in the areas where I had holes out of the 12 that I finished last year. So I did some new starts, and I tried to stitch on some of my other whips for the next day or so, but you know, it was a modified version of the New Year's Eve thing. But this was one of my new starts, and now it's also a finish. This is the Pittsburgh Pals. This was the free chart for the Steel City Stitchers retreat that I'm going to be attending at the end of this month. And here we go. I'm gonna bring it, and then Erin of the Steel City Stitchers, she's gonna work with us, and like they have supplies and everything. And we're gonna get these, like we're gonna FFO these. It's just kind of a fun souvenir for the retreat. Little pierogi and a pickle there. I like the little beads, black and yellow for Pittsburgh. Yeah, that was fun. So got that one done. So I'll have to take that one with me. I'll be ready to go on that. This one is another oldie but a goodie. I'm excited to have this one finished. This one is called Winter Blessings by the Primitive Hair. I started this, I think it was back in, was it just like 2021 maybe? I don't remember if it's 2021, 2022. It was during a snow or ice event. And here we are, Winter Blessings. I think it's really pretty. I like it. I stitched it on the called for fabric, which is by the Primitive Hair. It's a 30 count Old Salem. It is coffee dyed. It still smells like coffee. I used the called for floss, so it was a mix of like a fancy floss and DMC. Anyway, I love the font for the W and the B. I think that's really, really pretty. And yeah, I think it turned out nice. I really like winter stitching. I like to decorate for winter. So when Christmas comes down in my house, winter goes up. I really enjoy that. So I'm glad that I'll have something else to have to decorate with next winter. I don't know if I'm going to get it framed. Probably. Either I'm going to get it framed or I'm going to find something to like, you know, do like more of a flat finish in. This is not, I don't think this is be good for a pillow because it's kind of an odd shape, but yeah, I like it. I think it's really pretty and I'm happy with how it turned out. That was finish number 3. Finish number 4. So this was totally unexpected. I mean, I honestly did. I was very analytical in the beginning of January and I'm like, what's close? Like, what can I get finished? So like the Pittsburgh Pals was close and the Christmas Carol was close. Winter Blessings wasn't that close. This one, I thought it was close, but it really wasn't that close. I only had like a quarter of it done when I started it. But this is Hedgehog Meadow by Owl Forest Embroidery. Aren't they cute? I'm gonna just sit here for just a minute. Okay, I might clip that out. I'm just gonna sitting there to try to see if I could get a good little screen grab for that. But here we are. Yeah, this is Hedgehog Meadow by Owl Forest Embroidery. I stitched this on the called for linen from Owl Forest using their floss. I think it's really, really sweet. I am going to make this one into a pillow. I like it. But yeah, let me think. It was fun to stitch. It was not hard to stitch. It was just an enjoyable, easy stitch. I like that. I thought I was going to get like fancy and like use some beads for some eyeballs of these hedgehogs and do some stuff. And you know what? I think I'm just going to leave it like it is. It's cute though, right? Yeah, I like it. The mushrooms are cool. And then that little bee ended up being, let me see that little bee, the little bee ended up being really cute. And the snail, yeah, it's a sweet little piece. I like it. All right. And last but not least, this is going to be finish number 5 for me. This is a little hooded bath towel that I stitched for my grandson. Let's see, the name of the chart is an out-of-print blackbird, and it's only partially part of the chart, and it's called Sailing Home or Coming Home or something like that. I stitched this from Stash, so those are just like a bunch of floss that I just pulled. And the O is for my grandson's last name, and I think it turned out sweet. Yeah, I wanted my daughter to choose this as the birth sampler for me to stitch for my grandson, but she didn't. So I was just determined to stitch some of it on something. But anyway, I really like it. I think it's cute. Yeah. So now that I've showed it, I can finally send that over and give that to her for my sweet grandson. So yeah. Who is almost like 6 months old. It's crazy. 7 months old. Yeah. All right. So those were my finishes. I am happy with those. I am happy to, oh, and the other thing is in the WIP Warriors group, so there's like a post and you post all of your finishes on them, right? And so then for the next month, they showcase like a finish from the month. So my Hedgehog Meadow got showcased as a finish for like the showcase, like the picture they put on top of the post, you know. So they used my picture of Hedgehog Meadow for February finishes. So I haven't been able to add to that post at all this month because I have no finishes in February. Like I've really just been working on my stitch alongs when I have time. So yeah, I don't have any finishes from February, but I did in January. So hopefully I'll eke out a few more in March because now I'm running behind, I think. All right, so my next WIP. I'm just going to talk about my stitch alongs first because I have spent a lot of time this last month working on these. It is Dark Queen of the Earth by Owl Forest Embroidery. I'm going to post a picture up here. Parts 1 through 6 have been released now. So part 7 will be released the beginning of March. Dark Queen of the Earth is a mystery stitch along hosted by Autumn Lane Stitchery, and we just get a new part every month, okay? And so I have gotten caught up through part 4. So I've got 5, 6, and then about to be 7 to work on. But you'll understand when you see her in a minute here. Here's where we are. Okay. I'm stitching on it was a called for fabric. Well, we got to choose between 2, Gilded Oak and Nightshade, and I chose Gilded Oak in Opalescent, and I think this is, what count is this? Sorry, let me see. 32 count. Yep. And there's where I am. So the big part I just finished was part 4, and that's all of this, the tree and the greenery and the flowers and everything. Yeah, so that's part 4. Part 5 is like more of this on this side, and then part 5 is a little more tree trunk and like some of the bodice for the Dark Queen. But yeah, beautiful, just beautiful. I'm very excited to get to see and say hi to Aaron this week at market from Autumn Lane Stitchery. I was hoping to have my Dark Queen of the Earth caught up a little bit more before I got to see him, but I'm just gonna go in there and show him where I am so far. So yeah, I love her. She's beautiful. She's a lot of work. Like I said, and really with my schedule, I've just been, but I think y'all, I think part 4 was like, over 3,500 stitches. So, I mean, there's a lot of stitches in these parts, you know, takes a lot of time. My next stitch along is the Halloween wreath by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I'll post a picture up there where the releases are up to. I think they're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Yeah, so I have parts 1 through 3 done, and I've started part 4. And here's where that is. That's going along pretty cute. I take this one to work, and this is my, if I get a lunch break, this is what I'm doing on my lunch break. I'm stitching on this one. This one's easier for me to stitch on my lunch break than Dark Queen. I don't need quite as much light. I don't need to pay quite as close of attention. It's got more blocked areas. Well, even though this doesn't look like it, because all of this stuff in here, whew, that took a while to stitch. I did like, you know, full coverage, people call it cross country. I did a lot of color completion in the last part. That helped get me through it. But yeah, this is stitched on a 28 count pewter by Picture This Plus. It's gonna be cute. I think it's coming along really, really cute. So I will continue to try to get that one caught up on my lunch breaks. That's the game plan. All right, so I stitched on this yesterday. Yesterday? Yes, yesterday. Yesterday was a busy day. No, was it yesterday or Friday? Sorry, y'all. I think it was Friday. Friday was not a busy day. I ended up having a day off work and got to get a lot of stitching done. I also got to binge this new show I've been watching. It is not new. There are 9 seasons of it. They're actually doing the 10th season right now. It's called The Blacklist. Wow. Like, I started watching this last week, and there's over 20 episodes in the first season, and I just finished the first season today. I don't normally watch TV that faithfully like that, but I have just been I've been blown away by this show. I mean, it just hooked me in from episode 1. If you don't like FBI criminal stuff like that, then it's probably not going to be your jam. And I don't normally like shows like that much either. But this show just hooked me right from the very beginning. It's called The Blacklist. The seasons 1 through 9 are on Netflix right now, and then I think they're either filming or they're showing season 10 on regular TV. Anyway, so Friday was a pretty cool day. Friday, I just watched The Blacklist all afternoon, and I stitched on this. And I don't know why. I don't remember why I started stitching on her yesterday. Yeah, but this is Miss Christmas Eve by Mirabilia. I started her Christmas Eve, not this past one, but the one before, with Leann of Forbidden Fiber Co. We started her together. I think she's beautiful. We are going to try to have her finished by this Christmas Eve so we can do a new start on Christmas Eve. But let me just show you where she is. Lots of confetti I was dealing with, so I feel like I stitched all day long and didn't get too much done, but there she is. I think she's gorgeous. I'm stitching her on a piece of custom dyed fabric for her by Leann of Forbidden Fiber Co. This is a 28 count, and it's Calicotta Gold. And yeah, let's see, the area that I worked on was like this, kind of looks like Florida, and like a lot of this, all of this stuff. I mean, I had some of this out here, but I stitched a lot, but this is a lot of different colors. Yeah, it's a lot of confetti in there. So yeah, I think she's looking great. I love her. I am going to be attending a Mirabilia retreat next October. I would love to have her finished by then, to take to the brag table. So that's an internal goal. But yeah, I adore her. She is wonderful, and I'm looking forward to getting her done. All right, another WIP that I worked on. I worked on this one like January 1st, so I'm going to put a picture up here. This is by Barbara Anna, and it's a chart that's in one of those books, like those Craftaways or Better Homes and Garden books or whatever, those Christmas books. But it's called, I think it's called Christmas is Where the Heart Is. Anyway, here's what I got. It's sweet. I'm stitching it on, this is a piece of Lakeside linen. I think it's called Maritime White or Vintage Maritime White. And what I got done was I got a lot of that roof done and smokestacks, and maybe even I worked on part coming down into that. I got a good bit done. We were watching, I was up at my sister-in-law's and we were watching, oh gosh, what's the new Yellowstone spinoff? I think it's like 1923. So it's really good. I'm enjoying that. I enjoy that more than the Yellowstone as the spinoffs, like the 1883 and the 1923. But they're kind of, you know, like more historical. And anyway, yeah. I don't see working on that one anytime soon. But I have worked on this one like once at the beginning of the year and then once like last week. This is Sugar Cookies by the Christmas Collection. The Christmas Collection. See? I love Christmas stitching, so it's by the Cricket Collection. Isn't it cute? Yeah, I'm stitching this on, it's kind of like a mint green, and it's from Dying for Cross Stitch by Kathy Davidson. I got this from a D-stash, so I don't really know much more about it than that, but isn't that sweet? Yeah, I filled in a lot of that bell. I am leaving some areas open, like, I've left some spots like in the corners of this, and right along the edge of the bell you see those little open spots. There's also like a ribbon that goes up here and something here. I'm gonna really foo-foo this one up when I get done with the basic X's. Like I'm gonna do beads, and I'm gonna do either chronic or petite treasure braid, and yeah, I'm just gonna make it fun and blingy. So I'm just leaving on each letter, I'm just leaving a few things out that I'm gonna fill in with something fun. Oh, my next one. Now this guy, he has gotten some attention. I did a stitch on him last week when it rained, but I meant to. This is the Christmas Moose by Panna. Sorry, the paper that he's on is very shiny. But so I stitch on this Christmas Moose days when we have precipitation. Jenny and Nancy from the Bougie Stitchers, they're also stitching this. But they're doing this more like when it snows. We don't really get snow regularly in Memphis. So anyway, here we are. I love him. I did not take him out of the Q-snap. If I can show all of the stitching and leave them in the Q-snap because I'm stitching on them, I will choose to do that. So that's why he's in this Q-snap. I'm stitching him on a Seraphim fabric, Arctic something, Arctic Blast, yeah. And it's really pretty. It's blue, and it's got like some purples in it and even some greens in some places in it. I really like it. So I actually have gotten a good bit done probably since the last time you have seen this. Like probably a lot of these houses I've gotten done. I am a little bit worried about running out of floss. I don't know if any of you all have already stitched this Christmas Moose and you didn't run out of floss or you didn't have a problem. Would you let me know? Because it's on this, you know, it's like on this, and some of these are getting a little bit thin. So I'm kind of worried about that. I'm hoping I don't have a problem because, you know, I have the whole other side to do and it looks the same as this one, so it's making me a little bit nervous. But yeah, There he is. I think he's so handsome. The hashtag for this one, I think, is Marty the Christmas Moose Sow. Pretty sure that's what it is. He's cute though, isn't he? Yeah, I am enjoying stitching on this one. It's a good thing to do when it rains. He might get done this year. I don't know. Depends on what the weather does the rest of the year, I guess, huh? Okay, another one that I really haven't touched much since like a day or two in the beginning of the year is this handsome guy, Santa's Magic by Mirabilia. I love this one so much. Yep. I was able to put some work into him. Yeah, this is like, let me try to show you where I am. I'm like down here in this little area here. I love it. I love the fabric. It is, I think it's called Hidden Treasure by Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's gold. It's pretty. The colors really pop on it. Gonna be nice. Yeah. I had hoped to get more done on that one than I have so far this year, but it is what it is right now. The next one I did stitch on some is my chatelaine. I named this chatelaine, I think it's like Rainy Day Seasons 1 Autumn, something like that. But this is a chatelaine, and I stitched on this one on Wednesdays for hashtag Chatelaine Wednesdays. Started by my friends Maggie, Kitschy WIPS, and Amy, Fiber Arts Amy. Here's where I am right now. So I have gotten some done since you've seen it last. This little light gray color is really pretty. It is a Gloriana. Let me see if I can find it in here easily. It's called Wood Pond. This one it? Yes. Ooh, I thought it was so pretty, and it's just stitched up so pretty, but see how nice that is? Yeah, it is really pretty. It's fun to stitch with. I like to stitch with the Glorianas. They're very, they're made, sorry, it's stuck to my Velcro on my bag. That was terrible. Well, watch out for that, right? Yeah, there's where I am. I don't normally get a huge amount of stitching time on Wednesdays, but you know, every little bit counts. So I'm stitching this on, it's called Black Chocolate. It's by Witchelt. It's some of that stiff see-through stuff. And let's see what count it is. It's a 28 count. I'm pretty sure I chose 28 on purpose because I wanted to make sure that once I get all of the beads, you know, and crystals and stuff in there, that they're able to lay appropriately. It's not going to be too tight for them. So yeah, love that one. This next one I'm not loving. I'm being honest here. I even reached out, like, phone a friend about this one. Okay, so I'm stitching out of this book, Heirloom Christmas Stockings. I'm stitching a stocking for my grandson, Brooks. And hopefully I'll have it to him before he's 10 because it's not super fast going. I know people have stitched these because I've seen it on their floss tubes. I saw on Brenda the Handwork Maniac, she stitched one. Elizabeth Ann can stitch, she stitched one. I know I can do this, but it is hard, y'all. This is the one I'm stitching for him. It's called the Toys and Games Stocking. Okay, yes, these are from the 90s. Yes, that's tons of fractional stitches and back stitching and etc, etc, etc. So I started in the middle. And the middle's like this little basket hanging on the wall, like with fish hanging out of it, right? Oh my gosh, do y'all see this? Like, it's like one of those woven baskets, and there are so many fractional stitches in this thing. I literally almost had a meltdown one Sunday because I want to stitch on this on Sundays. I think it's Pam and Just Keep Stitching. She was talking about there's like a Sunday stocking stitch along sort of thing. And so I messaged Deb, the traveling stocking stitcher. If you haven't watched Deb's FlossTube or seen her Instagram, go check her out. And I was like needing some moral support. Like, what am I doing wrong here? And she very knowledgeably pointed out that, like, because she looked at the pattern for me and she's like, I think you picked the hardest place in the whole pattern to start, which made me feel better because I'm almost through with that basket. Yeah, I think the only thing that saved me from not just throwing it across the room was I was watching Willow on Disney Plus, the new Willow, and I was enjoying it. So, you know, I'd watch a little bit and stitch a little bit and watch a little bit and stitch a little bit because that was causing me a lot of stress. But I need to get back to it because, like I said, he's going to be 10. I even thought, okay, on Saturday, I was sitting up there at Stitchers Inc. That's my LNS. I had a great time on Saturday there. I did a live stream. I'll tell you about it in a minute. And I was talking to the ladies and we were looking at some of the market releases. I was putting in my pre-orders, and Satsuma Street has like 2 super, super cute stockings. Maybe I can put them up here. They have 2 that they're released, and I was like, oh, maybe my daughter will really like those, and I can quit stitching on this one and I can switch to the Satsuma Street. Because when I asked her to choose a stocking, I showed her there's a Dimensions kit stocking I've already started, and then I sent her a picture of a really cute shepherd's bush stocking, and then I sent her a picture of these, and we'll see, we saw what she picked. So I was like, okay, maybe she'll like one of these Satsuma Street ones. And they looked really nice, but they looked easier. And so she's like, oh yeah, those are really cute. But I think we're gonna stick with the one we chose. And I was like, okay. Yes, dear. So I have got to get busy on that one. All right, my next whip is one that I need to really make some progress on, y'all. It is a Summer in Stars Hollow. This is a chart by Katie from the Black Needle Society, and she's doing 4 charts, you know, spring, summer, winter, fall. I did that totally out of order, but anyways, so we've already done fall, which I have not finished, and there's a digital retreat connected with them, super fun. The second was Summer in Stars Hollow, this part and this was done last summer. And then next in April, we're going to be doing our digital retreat, Spring in Stars Hollow. So they're all like connected. So they're going to be like, it's going to be a long piece like this. And then like we got fall here, we're gonna have summer here, spring next to summer, and then winter next to fall. So I really would like to get summer done so I could like butt spring right up next to it without any worries of screwing up. But so here's where I am. I did get a good bit done. I finished some more of these flowers and the top of the gazebo and these Dapper Dans down here, but yeah, I've got a long ways to go. Let's just pull that pattern up again and take a peek. I mean, yeah, so I'm like here and I've got like all that left to do. It's full coverage too. So it's not difficult, like it's not super confetti full coverage, thankfully. It's relaxing full coverage. It's not, yeah, I'm not changing colors every 5 seconds, but yes. Need to focus on that in the next month. I did get to Zoom a little bit the last couple of months. So I like to Zoom with the ladies that I stitched the Hawkhorn Hollow with, and then I got to Zoom with my friends Bobby and Carrie. These are this is the Labyrinth Friends piece that we're doing together. Love it. This is by the Little Stitcher. Only stitch on this one when we get together, which we try to do once a month. It's fun. They're fun. We talk for a really long time. Here's where we are. Here's where I am. Not where we are. We are all in different areas. Like Bobby's got like a whole bunch of Ludo done, and I think Carrie's got more of this done than I do. I can't remember. But so I worked on Hoggle this time. There he is. So I finished his face and his sash. I think last time I just probably had like the top of his cap done. And anyway, that's where I am. I'm stitching him on a, it's an Ada. It's a 20 count. It's called Awakening. It's by Stitch Me. Yep, I'm doing that with 1 strand of floss. It's all DMC. and it's coming along. And you know, we really don't care when it gets done or how long it takes, because we really are just enjoying zooming together. My next whip that I have put some X's in, not a ton, I might have only done it once, for Soda Stitch Saturday, hashtag Soda Stitch Saturday, started by my friend Bernadette of Bern Stitches. Go check her out. She has a FlossTube and an Instagram. This is Tree Bear. Yep. There's Tree Bear. So let's see. I'm pretty sure since the last time I showed Tree Bear to you, I did a bunch of all of this green and the lights and this right here. I think the package was finished. Let me show you what Tree Bear is going to look like when it's done. But I think I had that big package with the polka dots on it. I think I might have already had that done. But this is what the finished project. Oh, that's another shiny one. That's what the finished product is going to be. Have any of you all ever, if you haven't ever had a Soda Stitch chart that's like a hard copy from them, they are laminated. Let me just show you how big they are. Just for fun, right? Oh, let me get a little needle minder off there. Yeah. That's how big the chart is. It's cool on the back. You know, it's got the key, and it shows some of the other Soda Stitch stuff, and then literally the whole chart. This is like where my fingers are, top to bottom. That's the chart. So it's super easy to read. Only thing is I do like to mark mine off, so I have made a working copy of it so I can kind of like mark as I go, because patterns like this that are have so many different color changes right on top of each other, if I don't mark those out with a colored pencil as I go, I get lost and I screw stuff up. So yeah, I'm really liking how this one's coming along. This one is stitched, this is all DMC, and this fabric originally belonged to Christmas Moose. It came in my kit from Pana, and it's an Ada. It's kind of like a putty or khaki color. Yeah, I like it. All right, getting close, because y'all, I mean, I did a lot of finishing in January and a lot of stitching in February. So this is Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. I stitched this with my friends Leann from Leann Stitches, and Bobby of Pumpkin Creek Primitives, and Sam of Sammie Liz. We have a stitch along called hashtag Halloween at HRH Sal. We started this a couple of years ago. We try to get together every month and stitch this. I also joined Pam from Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. That's the name of her FlossTube. She also owns an LNS called Stitch New England. She hosts a stitch along once a month for anybody stitching Hawkrun Hollows. I think it's closed right now, but I'm not sure about that. Here we go. So far I've finished 5 blocks, and I'm working on blocks 6 and 7. So that's like the middle block with the witches. I'm trying to hold this up here. Here's where I am. That's what I've gotten done. This is on, the fabric is Heather by Picture This Plus. So see, I've put in a bat, and these are some spiders, and I've got the witch's hat going on, and I've done some of my border. So not a ton, but a little. I love this one so much. It's so fun to stitch on. If you are ever considering stitching on a Hawkrun Hollow, I would highly recommend. The patterns are not difficult. They are large. Some people stitch them on a higher count so that they're smaller. I did consider doing that at first, but then I don't enjoy stitching on a higher count very much, and I knew I was going to be stitching on this for a long time, and I really wanted to enjoy it. So that's why I chose the 32. Plus, I think it's fun. It's big. You can see it. I know it's going to cost me a fortune to get framed, but you know, just kind of is what it is. If I'm going to work that many years on it, I'm okay with that. All right, this one is fun. I stitched on this just for a little bit the other day. Christmas Eve Sampler by Joan Elliott. I love this one. I changed the color on this. It's charted with like black and then a green Krynic. I just didn't want to do the black. So I chose DMC 500. It's like a dark Christmas green. I'm stitching this on a 32 count vintage smoky white. There we are. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. So I put a couple hundred stitches in it the other night, and I basically like went from this reindeer and border and everything over. That's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, it's longer than it is. It's taller than it is wide. Let's see, it's 138 wide by 318 high. Yeah, I like this one. This one's enjoyable to stitch on. You know, all one color. It's nice. All right, what do we got here? Let me see. Oh, yes. This one is fun. I stitched on this the other night with my friend Amy from Fiber Arts Amy. I'm stitching The Forest Goddess by Mirabilia with my friends Amy of Fiber Arts Amy and Lisa of Cross by Floss. Yeah. We had a good time Zooming the other night. Lisa couldn't join us, but we missed her very much. I'm stitching The Forest Goddess on a really pretty piece. I think it's 32 count Cecil by Seraphim. I love it. She's a forest goddess, and I just feel like the colors are perfect for this. You know, with the grays and the browns, and there's a little bit of hints of green in there. This picture is not doing this justice at all for as far as what those colors are. It's not yellow. There's a lot of greens and everything in there. She's going to be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And so you can see I've kind of got, this is like her neckline here and part of her sleeve coming down. I got a lot of work on that the other night while we were Zooming. Looking good. Yeah, she's going to be really, really pretty. And I'm really happy with this fabric that I chose to stitch her on. I feel like that was a good call. I'm looking forward to working on her more. So y'all, that was all of my whips, which if you've ever watched me in the past, you know that's a lot less whips than I normally have to talk about, because with the new whip warriors, I'm not jumping around as much now. Maybe that's not true. In January, I jumped around a lot and I finished a lot of whips. In February, just because of my work schedule, I was more monogamously stitching. So like, yeah, like I'll just show you. January, book of days. I have a lot of different entries. That was my January. February is pretty much like Halloween wreath, Miss Christmas Eve, Halloween wreath, Halloween wreath, Halloween wreath, Halloween wreath. You know, I've got Dark Queen of the Earth, Dark Queen of the Earth. I mean, just there's a lot of repeats because some days I just barely had any time to stitch, and I was just really trying to focus on getting my stitch-alongs current. So, all right, so I've already talked about next month's game plan to an extent. I'll probably come back to see y'all after market, but before I go out of town for the retreat. That's kind of the game plan. Yeah, just kind of let you know where everything is standing. You know, but stuff happens. Who knows? Who knows? Like I said, that's the game plan. I'm super excited to go to the retreat, see everybody that I have missed, and all of my good friends that I made last year. Yesterday was a fun day. I did a live stream at my LNS Stitchers Inc. It was a sort of a disaster because I was late. This will be the second time this week that I messed up on time zone math. Thursday night, I was actually doing a Fancy Folk Zoom. Pam from Stitch New England, she hosts that one too. And that's what started me off stitching Miss Christmas Eve, because I stitched on that Thursday night and then I just continued to stitch on her on Friday. That's what that was. So anyway, yeah, I had messaged Amy and I was like, I want to get this Clay by Kim needle minder. They were super cute, y'all. They were like the Shamrock dragons and stuff that I really wanted. And anyway, she's on Mountain Time. I was an hour off. I missed the sale by an hour. I don't know. And then yesterday, so the whole thing was, I knew like I was going to be filming the live stream for Common Threaded Stitcher. I was going to do a tour of my LNS, and I did a giveaway of a market, like something you wanted for market. And then I'd planned it, and I'd put it on my Instagram, and I told people about it, and I'm like, okay. And so somehow though, my brain was telling me 1 o'clock my time. And so I'm like piddling around the house, getting my whips together, letting the dog out. And then Nancy from the Bougie Stitchers, she messaged me and she's like, I'm ready. And I'm like, okay, well, it's pouring down rain. I'm about to head that way. And she was just kind of like, you better get off here. And I was like, what? And then I looked at the time and I was like, and then I just like realized like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be like filming this live stream in 5 minutes. So I hurried up and put a post on my Instagram, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm late. Jumped in my car, booked it up to the, Stitchy shop in the rain, in the mess with all the people, and I still ended up having a pretty good live stream. It is saved on my Instagram if you want to go check it out and just get a tour of my LNS here in Memphis, Stitchers Inc. It's pretty great. The live stream's not that great, but the tour of the LNS is pretty decent. So yeah, and if you want to catch up with me more frequently than just my floss tubes, I do more frequent updates on my Instagram. So my Instagram is at Memphis.Sarah.E. I'll put that down here, and please feel free to come over and follow me there so we can just stay up on everything. I'm thinking that's about it. I was going to show you a little bit of haul, and I do have a giveaway. So let me just show you some haul. So remember how I said earlier that I really like winter stitching? I guess it was Friday morning when I wasn't working. No, it wasn't Friday morning. I don't know when it was. It wasn't that long ago. It was just last week. It had to be. I was like, I don't know. I was trying to check out what 123 Stitch had on. Oh, it was the week before. Anyway, what they had for winter, right? So I just like typed winter into 123 Stitch. If you don't know what 123 Stitch is, they're an online needlework store. They're not a big box store. They're just a small store, but they have a great inventory, and they do, they ship. And so it's 123 Stitch. And so I just typed in winter, and it came up with all these patterns. So I just probably spent a couple hours just scrolling and looking at stuff and adding stuff to my wish list, and of course I placed an order. So I want to show you the winter stuff that I ordered last week. I ordered this by the Victoria Sampler. It's called Sheep Bitty Buttons number 3, and isn't this so cute? The Victoria Sampler is super cute. When I was at my LNS the other day, I saw that they had this, so I could have easily bought that there, but I just never saw it there before. But yes, it's so cute. I love it. I need to order these tiny red jade heart beads. It says Access Tiny Red Jade Heart Beads. I need to get my hands on those, but so sweet. I love sheep. I think sheep are cute. My next one was another little tiny one that I ordered. It's from Sarah Pearls Frosty Flakes. I don't know. I liked it. It was cute. And I ordered the little red button to go with it. Yeah. I mean, that's going to take a whole 15 minutes. No. It always takes longer than you think, but still, that one's not going to take that long. The next winter one I ordered is from the Cricut collection. It says winter on it. It's so cute. What did I like so much about this one? I don't know. Oh, it might have been how the eyes made into like a snowy tree. I really like this one. Yeah, very pretty. I'm telling you, I did some shopping. Just bear with me here. This one is By the Bay Winter Cove. Oh, I love it. Y'all, I acted like I don't have anything winter to stitch. Not that I'm starting anything new, but I'm just saying, like, I already had winter to stitch, but I was just doing some retail therapy. This one, I love this one. This one's Buttons and Beads. It's called Winter Woods. Do you love that cardinal? I love these trees with the snowflakes. So pretty. I love this one. And then I know I said something about this in one of my other floss tubes, but I got this traveling sorcerer. He reminds me, he's definitely got that Lord of the Rings vibe going on. But he's in the winter, in the woods, snow. Yeah. There's all the floss and everything that comes with the Riolas kit. So that was my winter haul when I was messing around on 1, 2, 3 Stitch the other day. All right, I'm going to show you a little bit more haul before we hop off here and what I'm going to be doing for a giveaway. So I have a bunch of bags, okay? Because if you don't know, bags are my weakness. I've probably had these since, I didn't really show much, I don't think, haul from that December video. So I don't know if I've had these, I don't know. I've had them for a couple months. This is from Sheba Designs. Sheba Designs. I'm going to show you, let's see, Instagram is at Sheba, S-H-I-B-A Designs, C-A. Anyway, look. Ooh, so pretty. Got the tulip pink fabric with the squirrels. I love it. And here's another one I ordered with the owls. Those are my 2 bags from Sheba Designs. Let's see. See how that's spelled. Is that focused in at all? I'll put all this information in my description box below. My January GaRon Toten Bags bag of the month. Cardinals. Very pretty. Love, love, love. This was a spur of the moment. Lynn XStitches, or Lynn XStitches Creates. I'll put her little card up, but I'll put her information below. She posted this on her Instagram one day, like, if you want one, I have a few, blah, blah, blah. Yes, please. Look at these alligators. These are tree shakers. You know, just straight out of Swamp People. A tree shaker. Yes, yes. I loved it. It was so cute. I had to have it. There's Lynn's card. I don't know if you'll be able to see that very well or not. But I'll put her information in the description box as well. And then Tiffany from BlackCatXStitchery. She posted this bag and I had to have it because, you know, I love me some Mickey. Yep, yep, yep. Isn't that adorable? And blue. Blue's my favorite color. Mickey in blue. I could not resist. Got a little thread bed with him. I love those with the felt that you can just put your stuff in and stick your needle in. These are great for on the go, which I seem to be doing a lot more of on the go lately than I like. Oh, she put in some floss drops and some peach stash tea. I love peach tea. Peach tea's my fave. All right. But she also gave me a bag to give away. All right. And I hope somebody out there is still in the Valentine's spirit. All right. Thank you, Tiffany. This giveaway is sponsored by Tiffany of BlackCatXStitchery. Oh my goodness. How cute is this? Look at the gnomes, the hearts. Adorable. Adorable. Let's see. Her little charm on here is a black cat. So, if you would like to win this Valentine's bag from Tiffany, there are a few rules you have to follow. You have to be 18 and older so that I can give you can give me your address and I can send this to you. Don't say giveaway, win, freebie, any of that stuff in the comments down below because then the trolls come and they want to just get our stitchy stuff for no good reason. The other thing is, like, if this gets lost, if the post office loses this, I'm not in a position to replace this. This is like, sorry, that would be bad luck. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, so if you are interested in giving this beautiful bag from Tiffany of BlackCatXStitchery a home, how about just say the word heart? I would say no, but I feel like people are not going to spell that right, or they're going to mess that up. So let's not be complicated. We're just going to do heart, okay? So And before my next FlossTube, which will be sometime in March, I'll do a little random comment generator and I'll let y'all know who wins in March. But yeah, it's cute. Thank you, Tiffany. You're awesome. I appreciate you donating this for a giveaway. I know somebody's going to be very happy to have it because it's gorgeous. All right, and then this bag, I love this bag. This bag is from GaRon Stitchery. It was the February bag of the month. And I saved it to last because it already has something living in it, okay? Living in it. It is the new home for what is going to be my first start of 2023. I know you're like, what the heck? You can't have any starts. I can have starts. I finished 5 things and then we got 1 free for January 1st. So I actually have 6 start openings, okay? My new start is going to be with my friend Zan at the Steel City Stitches Retreat, and we are doing the JBW Designs Bluebirds of Happiness. Stitchy Friends, Sarah and Jen are actually hosting a stitch along for this one. I do not know the hashtag, but if you go to the Stitchy Friends and you want to use the hashtag, I'm sure they have it up there. But anyway, isn't this beautiful? First of all, I love Judy's designs. They're gorgeous. Second of all, when I saw this, this was actually an exclusive chart sold through Keepsakes. It was their Stitch Away retreat that happens Martin Luther King weekend every January, that this was like the retreat piece. And so this is an exclusive design to Keepsakes. I do not know how long that is the case for, but I know that I ordered mine online from Keepsakes' new online store. That's where they sell their exclusives from. And so I ordered the chart and some fabric. They had several fabric options. The fabric I chose was from Atomic Ranch Vanilla Cream. It's very pretty. It's just a very neutral. When I was at Stitchers the other day, Zan and we pulled the floss. And it's got a very pastel palette. So, yeah. Pretty pretty. It's going to be nice. And then okay, so there was a reason why I bought this and why I wanted to stitch this. When I was a little girl, my grandmother gave me this little glass bluebird. She had it sitting on her shelf or something, and it had a little Bluebirds of Happiness like card with it that said something sweet. I do not know where the card is, but over the years I have managed to, I wasn't even that little, was I? Okay, because it looks like I must have been a preteen or teenager, because it says the year on it's 1990 and it says Leo Ward. It's signed, so it's really pretty, isn't it? Yeah, I just remember my grandmother giving me that. She gave me a little card with it. I don't know where the card is, but so this part, this chart really made me think of my grandmother. So I'm excited to stitch this. I am, and I'm excited to be starting it with my friend Zan. So yeah, and I thought this bag is perfect for it with these pretty little birds on it. Yeah, I love it. This is gorgeous. That was all of my bag haul. I do have a few more things. I'm right at the hour mark. So let's see what I can show you. Trixie Tricycle. That is the name of her floss tube. Her name is Jody. She started dyeing her own fabric. I had the pleasure to meet her at StitchCon this past year, and I've watched her floss tube for some time. It is called Cedar River Linen Designs. It came packaged really prettily, and there's a corner gauge she also sent with it, and I don't have it with me. But I'm not sure what this fabric's going to be used for, but I wanted to be supportive of one of our members of our community, and I mean, this is gorgeous. Arboreal, it's 28 count. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. It's really nice, y'all. I don't know if it was like 4 or 5 colors that she has right now. They're really, really nice. Like, don't want to say neutrals, but sort of like, you know, they go with a lot of things. But this is beautiful, Jody. You're doing a great job. Everything was packaged so beautifully. Love your logo. Nice. Super nice. So you can find them. I'll put the link down in the box below, but you can also find her on Instagram. I know that. Okay, since we're talking fabric, confession time. I love Fabrics by Stephanie. Okay, and I'm trying to bulk up my stuff for future Mirabilias. So I put in an order online with Fabrics by Stephanie. These are some 28 counts that that she got out to me. I love it so much. This one is called Stardust. Oh my heavens, y'all. Look at this. This is a pretty, pretty, pretty piece of fabric. I love it so much, so much. And then this one is so fun. This one is called Junebug. It's a 28 count as well. Check it out. It's greener than you're seeing. You're seeing more blue. It's greener than that. It's great. Something's going to be swimming on this like a mermaid. That's what I'm thinking anyway. And then I couldn't resist. GaRon Stitchery had some pieces on their website in beautiful colors of fabric by Stephanie. Now, unfortunately, it was not in 28 count. They are in 32. I say that unfortunately because hand-dyed linen tends to get a little bit tighter. The weave gets tighter when it's hand-dyed. And then even though Mirabilias are quite often stitched on 32 count, they're like on Witchelt, which doesn't have that shrinkage issue. So I worry about stitching mirrors on 32s and worry about possibility of beads not laying very well, but I'm gonna take the chance because look at this. This one's called Melody. Oh my word. So good. And I know the colors are not like super great from what you're getting, but I'm just taking a chance and showing these to you because it's not that often that I get several of these at a time that are really just so stunning. This one's called Kaleidoscope. This is the one she put a post up about the other day on Instagram that like no two pieces ever look the same. Look at that. Whew. I love it so much. Look at this area right here. Oh my gosh, with the little blue peeking through. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I am in love with that piece. And then last but certainly not least, this one is called Banshee. Oh my gosh, y'all, it is so pretty. It is so pretty. Yes. I don't know. This one looks like, I was like a satellite picture or something looking down at the earth, you know, like with the ocean poking through and like some clouds and some, I don't know, landmass. I don't know. It's wonderful. It's so beautiful. So, future Mira stitching right there. All right. Maybe one more thing. I was contacted by a company called Luca S. I think it was in January. And I've never tried one of their kits before. And they asked me if I would like to try one. And I would imagine at some point they would like me to give a review of their kit. I know some people also got the same offer and they had like a discount code. I didn't get a discount code or anything to share with anybody. But they did let me pick out a kit. And I will try and start it whenever I'm starting things. It's another winter kit, the one I picked. I really, really like it. Isn't it beautiful? What's it called? Birdhouse, I think. Look. And I even just love all this behind, like the road and the snow and the trees. And yeah, it's full coverage and it'll take forever to stitch. But I thought it was so pretty. It comes like this in a nice, really, really nice kit. Everything's all ready to go in there. Yeah. It says the skill level is, it looks like it's like 4 out of 5. 54 colors in it. It is on an Ada. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Beautiful. So thank you, Lucas, for offering me a kit to try out, and I will definitely let you all know what I think when I start it. Right now, first impression is beautiful kit. I love the chart. So far, I'm super, super impressed. Okay, just a few more and I'll be done. When I was doing my live stream yesterday, I said, why don't I already have this? I know I want this. I think I might want to stitch this for my mom. And so I got it. It's from Carriage House Sampler. It came out last year, I think, at Market. Maybe, or an expo. Anyway, it's called Garden Sampler. I really love the colors. It's cute. Super cute. And then I got 2 little kits here. I want to show, well, I'll show you this too, because this is March. This is Threadwork Primitives Lucky Leprechaun. Isn't that cute? And I ordered the key for finishing it one day when I finish it. I did get this from GaRon Stitchery website when I ordered this fabric. I couldn't resist. I love St. Patrick's Day. And this is a really cute. Sometimes I think the St. Patrick's Day patterns aren't exactly cute, but I really like this one by Threadwork Primitives. All right, and 2 more things I couldn't resist when I was on the GaRon Stitchery site. I've been looking at this for quite some time. It's a little kit by Chessie and Me. It's called Strawberry Liberty. It came with the silks and the fabric. It's just a cute little doodad. I really like it. It's pretty. And the other little kit I got is from Shepherd's Bush. It's called Marry You. And remember I said I like sheep? I do like sheep. It's not really focusing very well, is it? But it's cute. It's got the whole little kit in there. Yep. I think those are buttons under there. Anyway, from Shepherd's Bush. Someday, hopefully, I'll get to visit Ogden, Utah and go to the Shepherd's Bush store. I would really like that. Okay. I think that's it for tonight. Yeah, it's been good catching up with y'all. I hope everything's going well. I hope you're getting lots of stitching done. I hope you are getting excited about market releases. I hope you're looking forward to spring. I hope everybody's staying warm and safe. I sent my family a message. I think it was last week. It was like 77 degrees here in Memphis and sunny. And it was like, I don't know, -11 when my brother woke up, and snow where my aunt was, and lots of snow by where my mom was. And so everybody was like, eh. So I know weather's been challenging for a lot of people in the last week, and I hear there's more coming. So everybody, please stay safe and do lots of stitching. If you want to get updates from me. Oh, also, when I'm at Market, I'm going to try my best to be taking pictures and videos and just having a good time. So if you're interested in any of that kind of stuff, just come see me over on my Instagram. All right. So anyway, yes, it's been good to catch up with y'all. I'm looking forward to a great stitchy year. It started off pretty good so far, minus lots of work this past month. But I mean, you know, good for the bank account, bad for that time for the X's. Anyway, y'all take care and enjoy your stitching, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.